Managing your emotions, what a huge topic. Well, there are a range of common emotions that cause damage sometimes in our families. They run the gamut, don't they, from harmful to good, and the ones that ruin intimacy and trust are worth paying attention to. Here are three that I've had to work on with God's help: fear, anger, resentment. When it comes to anger, I have spent time in my bedroom after slamming the door, asking God to help me calm down and cool down, praying for wisdom to keep my mouth shut. I don't want to say those destructive words, and instead asking for grace to apply the Bible's instructions to how I am going to interact with my family when I go out that door and back into my family life. When it comes to fear, it's been comforting to me to remember that God knows the day of my birth and the day of my death. The same for my spouse, the same for my children. As I remind myself of God's love and care, I'm reassured that while I'll face hard times in this life and loss, I will not face any of that alone. It will come to me through God's great heart of love. I envision Jesus standing in front of me with his nail-pierced hands spread out. Whatever comes to me comes through him first and then to me. Am I free of all fear? No. But I am learning to exchange those fears and negative thoughts for truth-based ones, and that has made a huge difference. When it comes to resentment, remember the old expression, don't make a mountain out of a molehill? The devil loves it when I let the emotion of resentment simmer, and unfortunately, resentment grows. It's like the time I got bit by a copperhead snake here in my backyard. It was my finger that got the bite, but that poison spread all over my body and quickly became a big deal. Over the years, I've had to dig deep to understand why I felt resentful, and there were always lots of whys. Sometimes pride. My way is best. I don't like how Lloyd is doing things. Sometimes jealousy. Lloyd could do a lot of things better than I could. And I let a competitive spirit sometimes dominate. Envy. That's a big one. I'd compare myself to others and feel disappointed when my financial position, my parenting skills, my friendships didn't measure up to somebody else's. It's the work of a lifetime, isn't it, to take our negative emotions to Jesus. Repeating the cycle of naming them, seeing how they influence me, admitting them, asking God for his forgiveness and help in managing those emotions, and then getting some outside help as needed. But man, moms, this is time and energy well spent, and something your children will learn as they see you doing this work. So be encouraged as you learn next steps. Slowly but surely, the Holy Spirit has helped me in these areas more than I could have ever imagined, and he'll do that for you as well.